Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Ebby with Ebby Reviews, and this is going to be my review of The Rev Season 1, Episode 2, Reverse Curfew. Reverse Curfew? Child. We go... I can feel the foolishness flowing through the screen already, but let's get into it and see what we dealing with. So... shenanigans already 4 minutes into the episode. So they start with a cute little scenario where mama is cleaning out the closets and they joking daddy's clothes. They had these metallic pants and she was like, and the baby girl was like, Daddy, this look like those men that stand in Philadelphia on the corner. She's like, give me a quarter. And then she started doing a robot. I'm sorry, I don't know why that particularly tickles me. And then the daddy is outside. He sees his friend and he says that he misses his dog. They had a dog. He misses his dog. And his friend says, well, you can foster a dog. And he was like, I think I'm going to adopt me a new dog because his heart is hurt because he lost the other dog. I'm assuming passed away. Yeah, and now he going over these bills and so daddy's going over the bills and he's like, there's a bill for you for a phone. And she was like, oh, that's Jordan's cell phone. He's like, and what is this bill for these books? And that's for baby girl who's in school books. And they both talking about they have raised these dependent children who won't get out of their house. All they do is eat, sleep, poop, and that's it. They don't bring anything contributing into the household. So now they got to come up with a plan to get these children out of their house and dependent on themselves, self-sufficient, pay your own bills. Y'all raised the monsters. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. So he calls the kids downstairs, right? And he says to them, I'm going to put you guys on a curfew. And baby girl said, that's fine with me because I'm in bed by 9:30. They go to the son and daughter confessional, and the son said last time he put us on curfew, our curfew was in high school and we had to be home by 3. We had to be home by 3:30. So they go back to, and daddy says, no, this is a reverse curfew. This is the time when you cannot be in the house. He said from 9 to 5:30 every day, can't be in the house. Them job hours, them bank hours. Basically get a job. Pause. So the get a job conversation doesn't go as well as one would like it to. The son was like a 9 to 5. I don't even know what that is. And for you as a grown man to be comfortable saying that and you don't make any kind of money, I don't understand. I don't understand. And baby girl, she's like, Daddy, do you not understand that I'm a full-time student and I'm on every auxiliary at the church? Every single one. Everyone. He's like, I don't care. The church is not a job. Get a job. And then the next day, he bring himself in the house. The daughter said, Daddy, you came in the house with a glittery jacket and a dog? He got a bull mastiff or some kind of bulldog on a leash. The mama done jumped up on the counter and talked about she's scared of dogs. I don't know how he thought to fly. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay, so first of all, this man brought this dog in the house without even discussing it with his wife. How you thought that was going to fly, sir? I do not understand. Secondly, he was discussing the previous dog. He's like, yeah, remember Snowball? The dog that you got rid of without talking to me? She says, the dog you didn't take care of? The dog that you didn't want to do anything with? You didn't want to walk it? You didn't want to feed it? You didn't want to clean out the stage? All the responsibility for the dog fell to me? And he was like, and the dog that I love? She's like, I don't give a... He's like, well, this dog is only here for a week to prove to you that I can take care of a dog. And we'll see how this goes. I don't have high hopes. So already you one day in and not taking care of the dog, talk about you don't want to take him out first thing in the morning and telling your wife to take the dog out because you got a meeting later. What? Dog done threw up on the carpet, all kind of manners. He's eating all of the people's cookies. Like, this. You don't need a dog, sir. You do not need a dog. And then his best friend, the head, I guess he's the head deacon. He talk about some. Well, he told him about the kids being put out the house from 9 to 5, and he was like, "Well, baby girl does all of this stuff, technological stuff for the church. She does this, she does that, she does this." She's like, "Who gonna do all of that if she got a job? Like, we need her to do the stuff." And he was like, "Well, I'll do it. I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it, and do it better." Watch him jack up the stuff. While I'm waiting for it, you gonna have to eat crow and ask this girl and pay her for the services she provides for the church. So the son got a job at some place called Handy Hamsters. I guess they do like honeydew lists or handyman work or whatever. So his mama, he go to this tool place to buy a bunch of tools. He's buying a jackhammer, a chainsaw. Like, I feel like he don't even have a list. He just grabbing everything. And his mom was like, "Sure, we'll buy whatever, just as long as you're successful, whatever to make you successful on your job." I feel like 90% of the tools that he touched, he doesn't even know how to use. Do me a favor. So him and the friend is walking the dog, and there's poop in the yard, and he says, "Oh, I think that's been there since yesterday." And then his friend was like, here's the thing. And he's like, "What is that?" He's like, "That's what you use to pick up the poop." And then the friend gives him a demonstration. He's like, "You put the bag inside out over your hand, reach down and pick up the poop, and then you pull it over, and then it's inside the bag." The man is like, "Oh, okay, that's how you do it? That's how you do it?" He's like, "When I told my wife that I would take care of the poop, I really meant somebody would take care of the poop. The poop is not in my plan. That's not my ministry. That's not what I do. I would get somebody to take care of the poop because I'm not picking up. Nope." Well, why do you have the dog? You, sir. Oh, damn it. Okay, so he's sitting at his desk. The Reverend is sitting at his desk. And he's on the phone. And he's like, "Well, we need Judea's password." And he was like, "Well, I don't know her password. Don't y'all work on the project together?" He was like, "Yes." He was like, "Well, I don't know what. You're going to have to call her to get it." Click. It hangs up. And he was like, and his wife's like, comes in the room, and she's like, "Are you ready to go?" He's like, "No, I got all of these things that I do." And he's like, I got to open the food pantry. We got to get some chicken for sister so-and-so and so-and-so. And you got to do this and you got to do that. And these are all things that Judea does at the church. That girl, she was like, the wife said, "You need to set your ego aside and realize that she does a lot around this church. The church administrative assistant is a real job that requires real pay. You need to apologize and get her back here to do her job." He was like, "She don't really do," in his confessional, "She don't really do no work. The way I'm stubborn is because I'm really never wrong." Then he stops for a second to think about it. He's like, "What you do?" So he rolls up on her at work, at her job. He's like, "How they treat you here?" And she was like, "Oh, Daddy, it's wonderful. I done made a pottery purse, a pottery barn, bada ba ba." And he was like, she was like, "Oh, Daddy, I can make you a mug." He's like, "No, I don't do the pottery." And he finally breaks down and he says, "Okay, I need you to come back to the church. I need you to work at the church." And she's like, "Put me on payroll." And he was like, "Fine, only because I'm desperate. And only because you need to recognize that she does a fair amount of work at church, and it's only right that you compensate her." And they make a deal, and he reverses the curfew for her so she can be home. And now she's on payroll at the church. And he giving that little raggedy dog back because he's not going to take care of it. And his wife was right. She was right. So the son comes in with these yellow pants on, talk about his chainsaw pants. The daddy is like, "How you got this job?" And then I got this bill for $6,000 worth of tools. He was like, "That was the equipment I needed for the job." He said, "Okay, so how much you making on the job?" This nigga said $45. You bought $6,000 worth of tools for a $45 job. I'm going to say it again. He bought $6,000 worth of tools for a $45 job. Then at the end, he comes into the room and the dog is back. They his friend ratted him out and told him he was doing all the work for him with this dog, and they just wanted to see his face when the dog returned. They know he not ready for a dog, and he had to admit his wife was right. And that was the end of the episode. When I say this is a kiki, this show is, it is a bucket of foolishness, and it is good, wholesome fun. And I enjoy this 100%. If you have not seen it, it is on USA. Please go find the Rev and watch it and get you and laugh at the foolishness, because that's all this is. This is comedy. Do you hear me? This is the Black Chrisleys, and I am 100% here for it. If you've seen it, drop down in the comments. Tell me who is your favorite. If you haven't, please, I encourage you to do so. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a kid. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.